Hey everyone, so I'm going to make a not so quick video of every book I own that's here. Because honestly, I still have a bunch of books in storage. So what I figured I'd do, because I'm just bored, so yeah, is, oops, sorry, it's hard to keep it straight. I'm at the top of my bookcase. This is just what's sitting up there. But what I'm going to do is I'll go through my books, I'll tell you if I have or have not read them, if I've read only partial, that sort of thing. And if you guys want a review on the books, feel free to ask. But yeah, let's get started because it's going to be quite a full thing. Just to warn you, my bookcase, they're basically organized, but they're sort of not. I use it as a catch-all sometimes, especially on my smaller bookcase. So, yeah, plus I don't organize the room where the books are. It's a public room. Not public, but it's like community, I guess would be the word. So there are boxes out here that's not mine. Can't move them. So if it's a little cluttered, I apologize. It's not my space. So my books just live here. So anyway, dictionary. I think it's the dictionary, yeah. So that's, don't care about that. Obviously, I have read some of the dictionary. The American Girl's Handbook, or Handy Book, haven't read that one. The Black Dahlia Kills. Daddy Was a Black Dahlia Killer. That's what it is. Haven't read that one. The Official Preppy Handbook, I have read that. That was actually very hard to find. It took me a long time, because most people want like a couple $100, 80, whatever, for their copies. I found that one linked through a, what was it? A thrift store type thing, and it was $3 shipped. So I was like, heck yes, so I got that. This is Sideshow, My Life in the Carney Trade. See, obviously I can't even read. I shouldn't have so many books. But anyway, did read this one, but it's mainly like picture type of thing, so it's an X copy from the library because I lost it and I had to buy it from them. So, but I found it again. Catch Me If You Can by Frank W. Abagnale. Have read this. It's good. Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain. Have read this. Don't Go There. Have read it. The Wood Chipper Murder by Arthur Herzog. I have read it. Or no, I haven't read this one. I started reading this. This is Schindler's List. They put it in some weird cover version. On the Road, Jack Kerouac. I started reading this. Don't ask me anything. I'm never going to finish reading it. I'll probably find someone who wants it, but I hate that book. He's freaking long-winded and stupid. Anyway, Marian Keyes, Under the Duvet. I like most of her fiction, so I got this one thinking it would be good because she talks about her job and stuff like that, but, yeah. When All Hell Breaks Loose, Stuff You Need to Survive When Disaster Strikes by Cody London. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. I actually bought a lot of books when Borders went out of business. We have a bunch of Borders around here, or we had. So I bought just a bunch of miscellaneous books that I wouldn't usually buy because it was cheap. So I bought that one. Haven't started it yet. The Tudors by Morris. Haven't read that one. A Beautiful Mind by Sylvia Nazar. Started reading it so long ago that I've forgotten what it was about, so I'm going to reread it. Guide to Power Travel, The Wall Street Journal, Guide to Power Travel. I have read this one. Murder in Paradise by Lisa Pulitzer. Haven't read it. Pledged, The Secret Life of Sororities, Alexandra Robbins. Started reading it, forgotten about it already, so I do that a lot. Poisoned Love, Caitlin Rother, haven't read. Anne Rule, The End of the Dream, haven't read. Stephen King, Everything's Eventual, I have read all of those. It's a bunch of short stories that has like the 1408 story in it that the John Cusack movie is based off of. Anne Rule, Everything She Ever Wanted, haven't read. Anne Rule, The Stranger Beside Me, haven't read. Frank Sinatra, My Father's Daughter, haven't read, by Tina Sinatra. Love Daddy, Carlton Smith, haven't read. A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. Started reading it, I haven't finished. It's okay so far. The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. One that I read when I was a child and I've forgotten, but I've seen the movie. If you've seen the movie's great. Anyway, let's move the White Rabbit out of the way. The Mysteries of Petersburg, Michael Chabon. Dude, I don't even remember getting that one. I think this is one that I got at a garage sale, and the person was selling all of their books for only 10 cents, so I just bought them all, because I was like, I'll probably read them at some point. I like to read, so. Little Bee by Chris Cleave, haven't read that one. Belle, by, what's her name? It just says Doki on the thing, Cameron Doki. Haven't read The Seven Sisters, I think this is another one of those, haven't read that one. The People of Sparks, sorry if I get astray. This is actually a sequel to a book I'm reading now. It's not, like, the best book ever, like, oh my god. It's like junk food for my brain type of thing. Anyhow, going down here. Grey's Anatomy. I browse it every once in a while. But this copy was like a quarter, so I got it. The 19th Wife by David Ebershoff. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Sorry if you can't see. A Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius by Dave Eggers. As I Lay Dying by Faulkner. William Faulkner. Lord of the Flies by William Golding. A Reliable Wife. I hate when they only put the last name on there. Robert Goldrick, I think is how it would be pronounced. The White Queen by Philippa Gregory. Summer People. I got this book a long time ago. Okay, he's in the way. Grey's Anatomy needs to move. Let's see. Summer People by Brian Grow. Something like that. Just Ella. Ooh, how'd that happen? Obviously this is a messed up copy. By, look, I did that. Something Peterson Haddix. Gosh darn. They don't have the name. Anyway. I thought when I got this that it's supposed to be a sequel to Ella Enchanted. And maybe it is, but when I was reading it, it wasn't quite like that one. So, I liked Ella Enchanted. I have that book. It's in storage. Yes, it's junior fiction, but whatever. I was a junior when I read it. I was like, oh, I was in 7th grade, so I was like 10. Let's see. Justice by Faye Kellerman. Sue Monk Kidd, The Secret Life of Bees. The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister, Gregory McGuire. I started reading this one. What Dreams May Come by Richard Matheson. I have seen the movie, but I haven't read this yet. Sarah's Key by Tatiana D. Rosnay. Sorry about that. Out of the way. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Oh, I have read this. God. Anyway, The One That I Want by Alison Wynne Scotch. This I actually got. They had this thing called Read It Forward, and you can sign up to basically win pre-copies of books, and this is one that I got as win a pre-copy. Battery might die, and then I'll just change batteries. I have spare ones. Anyway, Shanghai Girls by Lisa C. The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. Scott Westerfield Uglies. I have read this one. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski? Something like that. I have read this one, kind of. If you've seen the inside of this book, like, here, I'll give you a preview. It's kind of weird. Yeah. So, I kind of read it. Let's see what's in front. Pippi Longstocking by Astrid Lindgren. What's that? My Face for the World to See by Liz Renee. I have read this. Every Zombie Eats Somebody Sometime. I have read that. Sandman by William W. Johnstone. Slave Girls, Wesley Clarkson. Stephen King's Cell. I have read this. Thriller. I have read this. This is a collective stories. What's this one? Vampire Kisses, The Beginning. Got this one secondhand too. Who's this by? Ellen. Sorry, this is how hard it is to read it. It's like weird, by Schreiber. I can actually read it better through the glass, through the one-handed, through the window on my camera. Anyway, Wait Till Your Vampire Gets Home by Michelle Bradsley. I actually got these two books from my mother because she thought I'd like them. They're romance vampire novels though, so I'm not sure. I'm the Vampire, That's Why. Same author. Summer Intern by Carrie Carceau and Jill Carsman, something like that, I don't care. Celebutants by Amanda Goldberg and Ruthanna College-Hopper. I'm not sure. I'm never sure of last names until I hear the person who the name belongs to say it. So anyway, haven't read those. Moving down to here. These are all my older books. Let's see, I have Country Furniture, the Country House Book, Cottage Style, Collections, Projects and Ideas to Display Your Treasures, This Old House, Kitchens, The Interior Design Handbook, Decorating Book, Emily Post Etiquette 15th, I have the hiccups tonight, 15th edition, Elizabeth L. Post. Up here I have Bullfinch's Mythology, How to Make Good Movies. I just thought this was really cool. A complete handbook for the amateur movie maker. I got this at an estate sale. Let's see. And then Entertaining with Elegance, Genevieve Antoine Dario, something like that. Aesop's Fables, the illustrations, with illustrations by Ernest something or other. Steigman's Medical Dictionary, The Christmas Book of Charles Dickinson, 1973 Yearbook of Agriculture, Handbook for the Home, let's see, Handy Home Medical Advisor and Medical Encyclopedia. Let's see, the ones in the front, let's see, The Barbie Chronicles, A Living Doll Turns 40, a bunch of different, like, essays type of thing in there. Put this up here. This Year's Model, by Carol Alt. And Play Dead by Ryan Brown. It's a zombie book. Let's see. The Family Book of Home Entertaining. This is like from 1950 something. Personal Recollections of Joan of Arc by Mark Twain. First Aid. I think this is a Girl Scout one, and it's from like 1947 or something like that. Books up here. The Doll Maker by Harriet Arnault. Sorry, some of these, the binding is a little messed up, so I don't know. Can't remember which book. Oh, Rebecca by, I can never remember the author's name. Daphne du Maurier. Let's see. The Golden Treasury. I think this is just a bunch of different poems and stuff. Yeah. It's my poem book. Let's see. I can't read this one. I think this is the marital one that I got. It's funny. Ugh. Older pages are stuck together. Yeah, A Marriage Manual, A Practical Guidebook to Sex and Marriage by Hannah M. Stone. I got it at this thing where you can buy books by the pound, and they had this there, and I thought it was hilarious. You need a handbook, really? But it's like from 1950 something? I'm not sure. But 1940, 1950, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to use that. It's funny. Hints from Heloise. I've actually been told this is was really popular back in the 70s, but it gives like decorating tips and things. Places, how to run your household type thing from back in like the 60s or 70s. Diet and Health, it's really old. Aesop's Fables, that one's old. Shakespeare as You Like It. The Girl Scout Handbook. Come here. Okay, just a second, sorry. I can't get in here. This is a set of like little different manual type of things from, let's see, back in the, I think the oldest one is 1940. These are other ones from that set. Then we go down here. Okay. Sidney Sheldon's Mistress of the Game. Like Tilly Bagshaw. Dating Without Novocaine by Lisa Cash, I think. Sweet Little Lies by Lauren Conrad. The A-List by Zoe Dean. I have read this. The A-List Hollywood Royalty by Zoe Dean. Actually, I can't remember which one I read. They're both different, but by the same person and with the same name. But they're both different. I don't really know how that works, but I've read one of them. I think it's actually this one that I read. Anyway, American Beauty by Zoe Dean, Blonde Ambition by Zoe Dean, and Girls on Film by Zoe Dean. Let's see, Zoe Dean's Talent. The one's in front, The Diary of an American Au Pair. I have read this one. The Stepford Wives. Haven't read that yet. Gemma J by Jane Green. Straight Talking by Jane Green. To Haven't Told by Jane Green. Secrets of My Hollywood Life. These are all my, like, chick lit teen blondness. Again, my candy for my brain. The Click by someone Harrison, Lisa Harrison. The Alphabet by Stephanie Harris, I think. Hale. Shoe Addicts Anonymous, have read this by Beth Harbison. Invincible by Joan Johnston. Angels by Maureen Keyes. Shopaholic Ties the Knot. I have read the first book of the Shopaholic series, and then I have the... This one was free, that's why I have it, but I actually have the, like, big book set that's on my other bookcase. Pretty Little House of... What? Patty Jane's House of Curl. I don't know what I was reading. By Laura Landvek. Admissions by Nancy Lieberman. I have read this one. What a Girl Wants by Liz Maverick. Rich Again by Anna Maxted. Hounding the Pavement by Judy McCoy. Fashionistas by Lynn Messina. The Sweetest Thing by Jay Minter. The Celebutante in the Club by someone. Doesn't matter. It's garbage, but whatever. Cross My Heart by Carly Phillips. The Ivy Chronicles by Karen Quinn. I have read this one. All Paris. True Tales of an American Nanny in Paris. I started reading this one. Class Mother by Catherine Stewart. Have read this one. Bergdorf Blondes by Plum Skies. Read that one. Loose Screws by Karen Templeton. Nerds Like It Hot by Vicki Lewis Thompson. Have read this one. Or was it Nerd in Shining Armor? No, Nerd in Shining Armor is the one I read. And then down here, Accessory to Murder by Ellen Vetz. The Interns. Truth or Fashion by Chloe Walsh. A couple Gossip Girl books. A Lion Called Christian. I want to start reading this one. It's supposed to be really good. By Anthony Burke and John Rindle. I believe that's what it says. Yeah. Let's see. The Strange World of Animals and Pets by Vincent and Margaret Gaddis. The Life of Thomas More, or I should say Sir Thomas More, by Peter Ackroyd. The Discomfort Zone, A Personal History by Jonathan Franzen. Trainwreck, which is about Anna Nicole Smith, by Donna Hogan. Nothing is Impossible by Christopher Reeve. Stop Dressing Your 6-year-old Like a Skank by Celia Rivenbark, and I have read that one. Life is Too Short by Mickey Rooney. Get it? Haha. The Steal, A Cultural History of Shoplifters by Rachel Steyer. Earth by John Stewart. Kendra Wilkinson, Sliding into Home. Read that one. God, I hate her. What Would Wonder Woman Do? In Amazon's God, it's just, you know, a joke book type of thing. 24 Karat Kids by Dr. Judy Goldstein and Sebastian Stewart. The Right Address by Carrie Cursive and Jill Cargman, something like that. Adored by Tilly Bagshaw, I think, yeah. Mary Higgins Clark, Daddy's Little Girl. Sixpence House by Paul Collins. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night Time by Mark Haddon. Secrets of a Shoe Addict by Beth Harbison. I've read this one. Alter Ego by Kathy Lett. Anne Perry, Long Spoon Lane. I've read other books of hers, and I have, like, info about her that you'd be surprised to find out who she is. Nicole Richie, Priceless. Snowflowers and the Secret Fan by Lisa C. A Christmas Caroline by Kyle Smith and Kurt Vagnott's Vongot. I can't pronounce his name ever. Slapstick. And then magazines down there. Oh, coming up here.